Hello lovely Scorpios, I hope that whenever you're watching this you are having a great day today. My name is Rachel and this is your Oracle card reading for the week of the 14th of March 2022. But if you are watching this at any different time, then please continue to watch because there may be something in here that will resonate with you, which is why you have been drawn to this particular video. This is just an Oracle card reading. There's no tarot involved in this reading. I am still learning tarot and getting my confidence up with it, and I don't want to do it until I can give you a good read that I feel happy with. But once I feel that way, then I will be adding them into the readings as well. This is a collective reading for all Scorpions out there. Please take what resonates, and whatever doesn't resonate with you, please leave on the table for another Scorpio to pick up. I have 6 Oracle decks in front of me. I usually go with my intuition of what deck to use next. However, I always start with the Romance Oracle deck first. I'm just always drawn to it at the beginning, so I always start off with this one. So let's see what is the general guidance that you need this week then, my dear Scorpions. I usually pick 3 cards from each pack. However, if more cards do fall out, then I will read those as well. And then I also read the bottom of the deck of each one too. So, but a minimum of 3 cards on each deck. Okay. So let's see what we have here to get you started. So the first card that you've got is calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. Have you been calling in your soulmate, Scorpions? Have you been waiting for him or her to come into your life? If you've been trying to manifest with visualizations and affirmations and prayers, keep going. Keep doing it. They're being answered and they're going to bring you both together. Okay, and remember, a soulmate doesn't necessarily need to be in the form of a romantic relationship. It can be in many different forms of soulmate, even be in the form of a pet. The next card is codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Is there something that you're addicted to that is stopping romance coming into your life right now? That doesn't necessarily mean substance abuse. It could be working out, it could be a workaholic. Could be gaming, it could be many different things, but maybe there's something in your life right now that you're addicted to that's taking over such a vast majority of your life that there is no room for anybody else to come in. So if you want to call in your soulmate, you need to make room for them to do that. And the last card that you got was playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I think that could mean either way. If you're already in a relationship, if you've already got your soulmate, but you're not connecting as if you would like to at the moment, maybe it's because there's something getting in the way of that. Maybe there's something getting in the way on one side or the other that's getting in the way of you having that being connected. So you've got playfulness here. So by being a bit more playful, going out, dating your partner again and start getting to know them and having fun with them can bring you two back together. Okay, and it also help with releasing that addiction, because if you do have an addiction of any kind, it can be really hard to take. So by having a bit of playfulness in your life will help too. And on the bottom of the card, of the deck, we have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So are you a spiritual or religious person, or is the person that you're dating, that you've been meeting lately, maybe they've got certain religious factors or becoming spiritual, or are you on a new spiritual path? Okay, is that influenced by your love life? Is that being... Is that influencing the soulmate that you're calling in? Maybe someone completely different to what you thought you would end up with. But their qualities and their ethics and their values are all the same as yours, and that's really what your soulmate needs to be. And maybe it is the fact that you're a religious person, you want someone else that's also religious, or it could be that you're starting your journey on a new awakening of a new spiritual path. So let's see what the other decks have to say, and see if they can give us any more clarity on that. So this next deck I'm using is Doreen Virtue. It's the crystal deck. I do apologise in advance if I cannot pronounce all the names correctly. I do apologise. I try my best. Okay, so what do our dear Scorpions need to know for the week of the 14th of March 2022 and onwards? What guidance would you like them to know, please? Okay, I usually shuffle for a little while, and if nothing comes out, then I'll pick one, but something came out. Okay, so let's turn these around. So the first one is Rose Quartz, is your first card. It says love life. New or renewed romantic love is here. I feel this is a love reading for you, Scorpios. Okay, so you've been calling in your soulmate, and it's saying that they're here. It's here. It's on its way. It's very, very close. But to have to get rid of whatever is stopping you from making room for them. Okay? You need to do that for them to actually arrive, but they are there. They're almost here. Get rid of this addiction or whatever it is that's there, and they can come into your life. And then once you've got rid of that, start playing a little bit more, having fun, and you'll draw them into you. You'll meet them. You will meet them. Okay, the next one is Tiger's Eye. Self-confidence through God's confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in God's work, in God working through you. So if you do have some kind of addiction here, you've got to have this self-confidence and a belief in yourself that you can get past it. Okay, God's got confidence in you, or source, or the universe, or whatever you want to believe in. God has got you. God has the confidence in you. If he believes in you, then you can believe in yourself too. And the last card we've got, I'm sorry about the pronunciation, Untitled. Answered prayers. All your great work has opened the door for divine solutions and support. So if you've been praying for a soulmate, or if you've been manifesting something else in your life right now, your prayers have been answered. The doors are open. Okay? And if you don't know how to do anything, don't worry, because they're going to show you the way. They've got all their solutions, and they're supporting you through that journey too. So whatever it is that you've been manifesting, by these cards, it looks like a soulmate, he or she, your prayers have been answered. Everything's on its way. And on the bottom of the card, the deck, is citrine. Unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. So maybe it's this addiction of some kind that you have, this codependency that you have, that is a burden for you, and it's a big worry for you. And they're saying just to release them to the higher power that you believe in, because it's unnecessary. It's a worry that's not needed. It's a worry that's holding you back. So try and release it, release and surrender to your higher power, and just focus on your future and what you want, and keep manifesting, and all your prayers have already been answered. So keep manifesting, and they will be answered. So the next deck that I've got here is Tori Hartman's Oracle card. This is the Chakra Oracle card deck. So let's see what this has. Can you clarify anything on the table for us, please? Can you clarify anything on the table for our dear Scorpions for the week of the 14th of March, please? What do they need to know? What guidance would you like to give them? Okay, I've already had one cup. Oh, one card fall out. Let's see if any more wants to fall out before I pick any. Can you please give us some answers for our dear Scorpions, please? Okay. See, ask and it shall be given. Can you just give us another card, please? Just anything else that we need. That one come upside down, so we'll pick that one too. Okay. So the first card that fell out was trickery. Trickery. Is someone in your life trying to trick you? Or is your ego trying to trick you, saying that you haven't got an addiction? There's nothing wrong. They don't know what they're talking about. Is it yourself? Is it your ego? Or is there somebody in your life that could be trying to trick you here? It's something you need to question. Is it your ego? Is it you that's trying to trick you to say that all this isn't true? Or is it and that your dreams, your prayers aren't answered? Or is there somebody in your life right now that could be tricking you? Completion. Completion. I feel that if there's anything here that is overtaking your life, that gives you such a vast, it takes such a vast majority of your life, it's time to kind of try and balance that out for it to be completed. Like that addiction, that time on your own, you need to complete that cycle now. I need to step into a new cycle where your soulmate and love and everything else is ready for you. So I think this trickery, I feel that what's coming through, that could be yourself, that could be your ego saying that everything is fine and to stay where you are rather than move forward. Vanity. Vanity. What's vanity got to do with it? Okay, I was about to ask what vanity got to do, but they threw a card out. Rejection. Okay. Rejection. Are you scared of being rejected? And you want to save face and be all like, well, I'm okay, I'm fine, be a little bit vain about yourself. But you're scared of cutting back on work or dealing with any issues you've got with your addiction just there, because and start having more fun to find true love because you're scared of being rejected. And you don't want to lose face because you've probably been hurt before, like we all have. You've probably been hurt and you don't want to be rejected again. But that hurt, that stuff that went through, it's time to complete that now. That's done now. You're finished. You're done. You're done. So I think your ego is trying to trick you that you're comfortable here and you know how to be here, so it's fine, let's stay here. But you've got to say, no, it's time to complete this cycle. I'm done. My vanity, if I get hurt, but you know you can get through things. But if it is your soulmate, I think you're going to be okay. Love is on its way. You're just scared of being rejected. So what's on the bottom of the deck? Instinct. Trust your instinct. And that doesn't mean, like here the trickery card doesn't necessarily mean like following your instinct is following your gut and your heart and your soul. I've always said and I've always believed that if you can't make a decision, tune into your heart and that will give you the true answers that you desire. Because our head can be so easily kind of full of crap, isn't it? With social media, society, peers, people telling us what they think is right and telling you that because I think it's right, therefore you should think it's right. And our head can't, sometimes it's so fuzzy and so full of so much stuff that we can't actually see what we actually truly want. So sometimes it's a matter of sitting quietly and listening to your gut instinct and listening to your heart. Well, that's your heart's desire, your soul urge number in numerology. And when you listen to that, that is when you really find out what it is that you truly want for you. So trust your instinct, trust your gut, trust it and follow it, and it won't guide you wrong. Okay? And sometimes that means doing things that, oh God, that's not going to be pretty or that's going to be messy. But if your instinct is telling you to do it, then do it. Don't go against your instinct. It's protecting you, it's keeping you safe, it's giving you everything that you desire, as long as you trust what it says to do. Okay, so this next deck I've got here is Rebecca Campbell, Work Your Light Oracle cards. So let's have a look and see what, okay. They say we've got quite a few cards here, so let's have a look. So the first card that fell out straight away, I'm sorry if I pronounced this wrong. Oh, sorry, I just knocked the table. Min Takan. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Maybe you feel a bit out of sorts at the moment, like you don't belong anywhere. Like you feel like you're home, but you're not home. Like you know you want to be home, but you don't know where home is. You want to feel like you belong somewhere, and maybe this religious factor here is this, because you could be a light worker. Please have a search online for what light worker is, but I will try and do a video on that actually, because I'm learning all about it at the moment. It's fascinating stuff. So your religious factors, you could be having an awakening and you finally feel like, oh, maybe this is somewhere where I belong. And it's not necessarily religion, it could be spiritual, a spiritual path maybe. But But I felt that way personally myself. Like I long for home, but I don't know where home is. Do you feel the same? Okay, let's carry on. Yes. Just say yes. That's literally it. Just say yes. Don't worry about the trickery here. Trust your instinct. Whatever comes your way, just say yes. If it feels right, say yes. Don't listen to your head. Don't be tricked. Just say yes. Follow the instinct. The next card that came out was take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Oh my God. That could be doing with the codependency. Are you a workaholic? Are you so focused on your work or your business and trying to make it right? You're so focused on your study and everything else that you're just on this constant treadmill? And they're telling you, take a break. Take a break and go and have some fun. Go and play. Go and have some fun. Take a break. Get off the treadmill for a little while and see what's out in the world. Go say yes to things and have fun. Find out who you are and where you belong. And the last card that fell out was Warrior Woman. I swear this has been in most of my readings this week. So Warrior, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? If you weren't afraid to cut back on work, to find your soulmate, to look more down this spiritual path, would you do it? Would you do it? If there was nothing to be scared of and you would, then why aren't you? That's where you've got to tune into your heart and get your true heart's desire. And on the bottom of the card, I was told to shuffle them for some reason, maybe the card wasn't there, was Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Seeding the light, laying foundations, your divine plan. You're laying the foundations for something. Maybe you need to cut back on the work and just go and have some fun. And maybe that will help lay the foundation. It's all part of the divine plan. The grandmother, Anna, the grandmother of Jesus. Seeding the light, laying the foundations, the divine plan. It's all for your divine plan. But you need to have a little bit of a break and not be scared to do things. I don't usually go back to back Rebecca Campbell, but I'm being drawn to do that, so that's what I'm going to do. So this Rebecca Campbell deck is the Starseed ones. So let's see what these have. I just feel called that the answers aren't in that deck, the answers are in this deck as well. So what does our Scorpios need to know, please? Please. There we go. Just pull out a whole load of cards. I've got a feeling there's another one in there. I'm sorry, I'm just going to keep shuffling because I feel that there's another card in there that they want you to have. So I'm just going to keep shuffling and see if anything falls out. There's something else I need to know. Please throw a card out so we can help them. What do the Scorpions need to know, please? Is there anything else you'd like to tell them, please? No, I thought that one's coming out then, but decided to go back in. I think they're trying to find your card, Scorpio. Keep going for a little bit longer. What foundations are you laying? You're laying the foundations of opening up yourself a little bit more. Go out and play, to let love in. Is there something there? Is there anything else you'd like to say, or should I leave it as the cards are? I think I might leave it as the cards are. Let's see what. There's a card in there. I can feel it. I feel there's a card in there they want me to read to you, but they're not giving it to me. Come on. There's a card here. Please give the card help, guys. There we go. I'm going to get 2 out because I felt that one wanted to come out too. Okay, so I've got 5 here for you. So let's have a look. Oh, actually 6. Let's have a look what we've got here, shall we? Okay, there's this one. Jump in. I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm going to give it my best. Andromedian energy, adventure, say yes to change. You got one there, just say yes. Change is coming and you've got to jump in with both feet. That could be anything. Again, it doesn't necessarily need to be a relationship. There is something here that's not a relationship that you feel like you might have to jump in. Something is telling you to do it. It's telling you to jump in and just say yes to change. Called. Soul gifts and training, it's time to step up. You're being called to do something. You are being called to do something, and that's what the jump in is all about. Maybe it is taking a step back from work. Maybe it's taking a new job. which is going to give you more time to go and be able to call in your soulmate. And be the warrior woman of doing it. And this is what the laying foundations is all about here. It's a divine plan. You're being called to do something and you know it. You've got to start laying the foundations towards that divine plan. Now I'll take this one. Loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Codependency. You are holding on to something. There is something in your life that you are addicted to. Again, it doesn't need to be substance abuse, okay? Maybe it's not that big a problem that you don't feel, but maybe having a glass or a bottle of wine every night, maybe you need to lay off that a bit. Only you can make that judgment call, but there is something in your life that is stopping you from moving forward. Stopping you from calling in your soulmate. And then and stopping this whole laying foundation of divine plan, but you need to trust your instincts. I'll go for this one next. I remember. Soul plan, the fated life versus destiny life. Wow, are you just living a life that everyone says that you should be living? Society, peers, social media, that, I need to live this life, I need to do this. But it's not about that, it's about your destiny. We are each born with a destiny, and each destiny is different in some way. Maybe similar, but different. You are living a fated life. You are not living your destiny life. You are being called. You are being called to do something. When it comes, when you see it, you've got to jump in and say yes, but you've got to get rid of whatever this addiction is that's taking up a big part of your life to be able to call that in, and then your soulmate will also turn up. Okay, double mission. Light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. There was one here, wasn't it? Belonging. I saw that. Where were you? And there was one here where it said belonging. Do you feel that, like, belonging, home, mintaken, do you feel that? It's saying here that it could be a light worker or a starseed. Again, please Google it and have a look. Rebecca Campbell is great on the light workers and starseed. Go and Google her if you don't already know of her. You serve the world by being you. You serve the world by living your destiny and being truly who you are. And then you're calling your soulmate. And the last card is you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection and community. You might not be wanting to jump in and say yes and feel and using this spiritual path maybe because you might feel isolated by doing it and what people might think of you. But just remember, you're not alone, because there are plenty of people that are probably in the same field or in industry that you want to go in that will be able to work with you and help you. You're not going to be alone, and the higher power, whoever you believe in, is also supporting you and guiding you as well. You're not alone in it, so just jump in and say yes and be that warrior woman. Start laying those foundations, trust your instinct. And on the last card here, karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. Maybe you've got a relationship in your life that you need to detach yourself from. Maybe that's the codependency. It doesn't necessarily need to be a work thing, addiction, substance abuse. It could be that you're codependent on somebody else, and maybe you need to break free of that. And maybe whatever that relationship is done is a karmic relationship and it's ready to go. But there might be some conflicts while you do it. But you've got to be that warrior woman to be able to do it. You just got to jump in and say yes. Say yes to you. Say yes to your dreams. Yes to your goals. And you are going to be guided and supported through a higher power. So we're now on to our last deck of cards. This is the Doreen Virtue Angel card deck. Okay, so let's have a look at what this one is. So with all the cards on the table, can you please clarify everything for us for our dear Scorpions for the week of the 14th of March and onwards? What do they need to know? What do you need them to know to clarify all the cards on the table, please? What can they start working on? It's time to give up whatever that addiction is, a work thing, a relationship thing, a substance thing, whatever it may be. Then maybe it's time to start looking and thinking, that's no longer serving me. It's time to go and step into the person that you're meant to be. Please give us guidance. Anything that they need to know, please. You give me any cards, please. Oh. Come on. Oh, there's 2. Let's see if we can get any more. There we go. Okay. Right, let's see what we got. Assertiveness. That's coming out a lot in the readings at the moment too. The situation can be healed gently and with love as you've requested, yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with the other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving you strength and guiding your words. Be assertive. A relationship, which could be the trickery, a job, trickery, that whatever that is completed, is finished. But you're scared to step into the next part of your life because you're scared of rejection. And it's telling you to be assertive. There are people probably going to come at you and say, you can't do that, and it's part of you to say, no, I'm going to do it, I'm going to speak my truth, this is what I am, what I want to do, what I feel I'm called to do. You need to be assertive. As you do it, the higher power of whatever you believe in will be able to guide your words and strengthen you to be able to say your truth. So the next card was See Only Love. Look past the seeming errors, mistakes and misunderstandings and see only love within each person, including yourself. Your resolute focus upon the love that underlies every situation brings about healing in undreamed of ways. See only love. Wow, see only love. Whether it's a relationship breakdown, whether it's a work thing, your boss isn't very nice, or whether it is a substance thing, you need to see love within the other person and see love within you, and that will help this whole process be easier. Focus on love and love alone, and lead with love, and everything will come about for you. All the healing that may need doing, we all have something to heal, and everything will happen for you in ways that you never imagined. And the last card is Creative Project. Your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity into your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and reignites passion towards your life. That doesn't necessarily mean like arts and crafts isn't creative. It could be through dance, it could be through designing graphics or anything like that. Creativity can be so many different things and not just necessarily like a glue gun and sewing. I can't get my words out. I'm doing a lot of these today. But they're saying that maybe the thing you've got to jump in is being a bit more creative with something that you've always longed to do, and jump in and say yes, because your soulmate is there. But you're not giving yourself room with whatever you're being addicted to. This codependency is taking up so much of your life. You can't call in your soulmate and you can't call in your true desires. So by clearing this addiction, you'll have more room to call all of that into your life and have a life that you've only ever thought would ever be a dream. You can actually bring that into reality if you can beat that addiction, whatever that addiction may be. And the very last card, the bottom of the card is Release and Surrender. What a way to finish, Scorpions. We shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held tightly gripped with your hands. Open your hands, arms and heart to our love and assistance. Look, the way to end it, all of this stuff, all this addiction, everything that's going to happen, release it all to the universe, the God, whatever you follow as a higher power, release it all onto them. Because once you released it all into them, everything will start changing for you. You got to take what you can work with that feels light for you, but all the worries and the stress and everything else, go, I now release it to you. Please help guide me through this, because they are the higher power. They can do more than we can. They will guide you through it. They're there to help you. Get rid of the addiction. Your soulmate will come. Your true heart's desire will come. When it does, say yes, jump in, just say yes and figure it all out, because you're guided along that way. Any worries or fears or rejection or trickery that you're worried about, release it all and surrender it all to the universe or whatever higher power you follow, and everything will work out for you. Oh, I hope this works for you, Scorpions. I really, really do. Okay, that's all I've got for you today, my dear Scorpios. So please, whatever resonates with you, then take it in any form that you take it in. Doesn't necessarily need to be anything I've said. You might see this and goes, oh yeah, this situation that aligns with the situation that I'm in currently. If it doesn't resonate with you, or there's parts that doesn't resonate with you, leave it on the table for another Scorpio to pick up. If you have any comments on this or want to talk about any of this, please drop a comment in the comment box below. I would love to hear it. I would love to connect with you all. If you resonated or not, please hit that like button to get it out to more Scorpios up there, because if it hasn't resonated with you, it can help someone else. And if it has resonated with you, hopefully it will help another person too. I would love it if you would subscribe and hit that notification bell for when I upload further videos, which is every single week, always over a Saturday and Sunday. All the star signs come out throughout the weekend for you to watch or listen to. I hope that whenever you're watching this, you are having a beautiful day today, my dear Scorpions. It's lovely to read for you, and I look forward to next week when we can do it all again. Take care, guys.